Good morning, good morning, good morning, all of you. I hope you are fabulous. I'm going to do a quick video here just showing how to do some real world piecewise functions. And then you're going to combine the two things from last class and this class together. So you're going to have to create a function given a real world scenario, and then graph that function for the real world scenario. So after you're done with this, make sure you go to the Canvas quiz and complete that work, okay? I miss you all, and I hope you are all doing well. All right, so write and graph a piecewise function for the parking charges shown on the sign. Okay, so first thing we have to understand is this is write and graph. So we have to write it. So here we're talking garage rates, $3 per half hour. So if you pull in to this parking garage, how much are they going to charge you? $3. Okay. How much are they going to charge you for 18 minutes? $3. And how much are they going to charge you for 30 minutes? $3. Okay. So we can understand that from 0 to 30 minutes, right? So from 0 to 30 minutes. And my question is it going to be equal to? So if it's exactly equal to 0, yes. If it's exactly equal to 30 minutes, yes. Okay. Then it's going to be $8. Then the y is going to, the y is equal to $3. Now, my question for you is, would it make more sense to write this in 30-minute time frames or to do it in hours? I personally think that this would make more sense to change this from a 30-minute to a 1/2 because we've got 12 hours we have to show on our graph. And 12 times 30 is 360, and I'd rather do 12 than 360 on a graph. Okay, so at 31 minutes, anything greater than 30 minutes, so 30 minutes and 30 seconds, is it equal to 30? No, because if it's equal to 30, then it's $3. How much is it going to be for 30 minutes or more? Well, really, it's going to be for 30 minutes. Oh, wait. Miss Wood. This is going to be the 1/2. Sorry. It's really going to be from 1/2 of an hour to 1 hour. And this is going to cost you how much money? $6. So your y is going to be equal to 6. For the next half hour, what's the cost going to be? $9. But wait a second, the sign says it's an $8 maximum. So we're then going to say that the cost is $8. And that's going to be from 1 until 12 hours. And it has to stop at 12. So is this 1 going to be equal to? No, because you can't have it equal in two places. It's just going to be less than. So using this particular box, this is how I've written this piecewise function. That y is equal to 3 as it takes place from 0 to 1/2. Y is equal to 6 from 1/2 to 1. And y is equal to 8 from 1 until 12. Does that make sense for everybody? I certainly hope so. All right, so then you need to go to Desmos, graphing calculator. So we're going to do our 3 equations. And remember, we do the conditions first. So we would put from 0, and it's less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 1/2. And we decided that y was going to be equal to $3. Then from 1/2, this has to be a less than sign. And it goes up to 1. Then y is equal to $6. And then, oh wait, this one has to be an or equal to. And then here, we had determined, sorry, I just forgot where I was going. Nope, wrong way. There it is. 1 to 12. One is less than x is less than or equal to 12. We determined that that one is going to be $8. So there are 3 different charges available. It can either be $3, it can be $6, or it can be $8. If we click our home button, so we should be able to see this particular graph. And remember, that is a closed circle and a closed circle. Here, it's an open circle and a closed circle. Here, it's an open circle and a closed circle. My first question for you is, why is this not an arrow? So, are you allowed to park in this parking garage for greater than 12 hours? No. It's a maximum of 12 hours. You'll get a ticket, you'll get towed, they'll remove your car. So the reason why this is a solid dot and not an arrow is because it ends on this point. Does that make sense? I certainly hope so. Okay. And what are the domain and range of this function? Remember, the domain is all the x values, and the range is all y values. So if I'm looking at my graph, what are the x values? Well, my x value starts at 0 and it goes up to 12. And that's it. It's everything in between. So my domain would simply be, my domain is going to be from 0 to 12. Now the range. What is the lowest y value? 3. What is the highest y value? It is 8. Now my question for you is it everything in the middle? Are there lines connecting each of these? No. So I'm going to put 3 values, 3, 6, and 8. Because it's not 350 or 450 or 725. It is only either 3, 6, and 8. I certainly hope that makes sense to everybody. Clean, oops, new blank page, okay. So we can see, here's the graph that they created, very similar to the ones that we did. And the domain was the same. They didn't include 0 hours, and I believe that's because they weren't going to charge you when you pull back in. You could argue it either way, and however you choose to argue it, that's appropriate. And you can see it says the range consists of each of those 3 values. Okay, so we'll do one more of these, and then the rest of these will be for you to use your technology, create a real world, given the real world examples, write the piecewise function, graph it using the technology, maybe answer a question. Okay, you have a summer job that pays time and a half for overtime. That is, if you work more than 40 hours a week, your hourly wage for the extra hours is 1.5 times your normal wage of $7. Okay. So, if you work 0 hours, do you get paid anything? No. So, this is going to be when X is not equal to 0. Now, for everything that you do up to 40 hours, you get paid $7 per hour. So the word per, it can be replaced with the words for each. So are you going to be multiplying, or are you going to be dividing 7 times the number of hours? You're going to be multiplying. So you're going to use the equation 7 times x. So everything from 0, and it could be exactly equal to 40. You're going to use 7 times x. Now, anything greater than 40, and it's going to be up until you're exhausted. It's 1.5 times your normal wage. So your normal wage is 7x, and it's going to be 1.5 times that. Now I could just go ahead and multiply that out to find out how much you make hourly. You don't need to, because what's nice is technology will do this for you. So, excuse me, this is what you put into Desmos. We only have 2 lines here. So from 0, and this one is going to be just a less than, okay, good, x, and it goes up to 40 hours. It becomes 7x, and you can see it creates a line. And then from everything that is less than or greater than 40, 40 is the small point. For everything above that, it is going to be 1.5 times 7x. Why is there a big space? Oh, because your pay jumps. So it jumps in rate from here to here. You can see that this is an open circle. This is a closed circle. And so you would get $280 for the first 40 hours. And then the first minute you start working, you could see that if you worked 40 hours and a half, you would get $425.25. And you can find anywhere along this how much money you would get paid. Kind of nifty. You could make one of these for yourself. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how many hours I work, I get the same pay. So, how much will you get paid if you work for 45 hours? So there's two ways you could do this. You could either say, okay, which one of these two functions am I going to use? And I would use the second one because 45 is greater than 40. And you could plug it in here and you could do 7 times 45 times 1.5. Or you could simply go to your graph and find 45 and find that you're going to get $472.50. And both of the answers would be the exact same.